story today, he oversweet. Poor Biya inside problems. As we be promising. All right, we will start small time. We see the people for AC and they prepare for bring we on. So we'll start small time. Make them prepare. While we knock more music.
Minimo. I have fuck it. I'm not better with international. My friend is so freestyle, but in my bed with different storylines, with different punchlines. A Jongzo and a more universal rapper.
AJ on track.
Namsi na anu rupa wana obasa la pombe ne kwa miracle but in my raps catching my rascal minimo ango I'm a better nangaton akabelo on YouTube tell the indon to kiran life is strong I life not strong but minimo I will win a better cup will win a cup I will win a canoe chibu win a cup things a car more but catching more gram of the mobile charm mumu binga come in a back up image of a song I know them Hancock Munu fear that is not Busmu Rapi and tell the given a gam can a party my mother and my head to be no coming and take up a theater man in America I'm still on a wet I'm having any I'm not all the rap the car from the I'm from Tingu Tinimo Single Gomba no ira bazira ndine ba I'm going no ira bazira ndizam kama zama buke bazira ndine ke bagani ngemu mo wakandiro rabanga mabenga woni nga banenga mazama buke babenga uza kwara ve shoto ne be zama za obiere the next boma woni the next move plan the class abere tabu chom tuo chom miru chom fe chom sima bagani ay mo mbene to ga banu ye mo mbene te beru chom menemo mo ngom na sa kenano man ana pigeon Bazoo. Listen, I'm fucking on a dumb man. When I walk up, I was I've been a strong man. You wanna know why I don't believe in a woman. No video and bangers, cabin and their man, Don't be to be frank, you be grand. I follow for your back, no shake up, I'm a rank. If you be colonel, I've been a dang. If not for militant, I know say me, I did my dang. Thanks to the rubber boy, you still walk up a grand. That guy, they do my trunk for the man. I'm a medical, do one abapa. I'm from Gola, go below, I don't feel anything on a padola. If time, Palaba, then I will bring my I did rap and sing in a clap, my mother. It's my era, man, no sabi best rap. I've been to the party, cause me, some a smooth banger. Why all the answers, the fuck we all find so why please stay here, us. I win take a audition, they give me a condition, I walk a fine job, they say my involved. Me I give a lift map, me I give a lift scar, me I give a sing song, woman de la pascal. Now some more of a town superstar. Been all the guy for part like Topo. Me I been a Joe, I been a old school, I go school, sometimes I didn't go smooth and I need something for boost me so that my profit go smooth. Hope you to feel me, I get rhyme scheme and a fine thing, when I thank me, invite me for your party. I go rap to you, go dash me a cocky. Minimum. Man, I plan to it and it's strong now. Let me give you something in English. Mazua. I hustle for breakfast, lunch, and supper. My family, great grandsons and daughters, co-bachelors, videos, and even the orphans for the sick, poor people in my village, and the others for the deaf, for the dumb, and the blind, and the physically disabled who can't feel my rap in one way or the other. Minimum. Yeah, it's the fucker. Salute to all rappers worldwide. A big shout out to Black Down Records. Sponsor music.
All right, my fellow Amazonians, for all our big papa them and our big mommy them, for all our papa them, our mommy them, for all our uncle them and our auntie them, for all our neighbor them, for all Ambazonian picking them, I be una brother Asu, when the press secretary for the executive office for governing council of Ambazonia. That means that I be the spokesperson for the office for the leader for our War of Independence, Dr. Ebacho. This evening, my people them, I don't count with very sweet news. We don't come up for that side for Douala. The news come up for that side for Douala about Poor Biya. Poor Biya, best friend, where they call it say Cardinal Tumi. He don't talk something today. Where he go to give we an idea. He go to tell we more about witty this country that they call Cameroun as we be promising her, how it don't scatter, how it don't chakara. I go bring under that news. We come out for Douala. The thing where Cardinal Tumi, he don't talk him today. I go take when I go for day. But first, make we start with the big news. Today, so this early morning, before all we one woke up, when I sabi over the last few days, we don't call for all Ambazonians across the territory, saying that they are war of independence. This, saying a collective effort, and so every Ambazonian, he get the responsibility for make say we crumble Cameroun, their occupation for Ambazonia. Every Ambazonian, whether na papa, na mommy, boy or girl, big papa or na big mommy, every person, he get the responsibility for take action where it go help we end Cameroon occupation of Ambazonia. Now early this morning, we woke up, we don't see fire, plenty fire. Fire na so plenty so fire. Paul Biya say one can host Nation Cup for inside Ambazonia. We start to give Ambazonia them advice. Say any man must do something for stop him. Now we want woke up for this sharp morning. For that side for Bota, for Victoria. Around where they call and say, where Paul Biya they call and say Limbe. For Bota, fire. People don't woke up for this morning time. Now so fire, oh, fire. Now so fire plenty. Fire don't catch plenty more to them. Catch plenty more to them. And they say the place is not far from the place where they want to go play this, that Paul Biya football we want to organize for Ambazonia. Ambazonian people, they answer the call of the liberation for stop Paul Biya in Africans championship for Ambazonia. They take action. They take action for send a message for Paul Biya. Say Ambazonian people, they know one, he don't declare war for Ambazonia. And they want can fool the world. Say he get control over Ambazonia. And he want can host a Nation Cup for Ambazonia. For fool the world, say Paul Biya and the Cameroon Colonial Army, Police, Gendarme, and the occupational government, say they get control for Ambazonia. Now we Ambazonian people, them for the great state of Fako, they say Paul Biya, that want to lie. They say not been away for inside this Fako. They say not been for inside this Ambazonia. We know our country. You don't keep plenty of people them. Now you want can fool the world. Say you don't win the war. You don't end the Ambazonian resistance. And peace don't come. Paul Biya. Now with the people of Fako. The people of Bota. The people of Victoria. The people for Tiko. The people for Yoke. The people for Muyuka. They rise up. They rise up. The intelligence want them. They rise up. The forces, they rise up. Now when they go send a message so for Paul Biya today. Now we want to wake up fire for all sides of fire. And the talk say the one not just the start. Not just the start. Not just the start. Ambazonia they just the start. For tell Paul Biya, say na Ambazonia they get control of Ambazonia. The citizens of Ambazonia, they take their rightful responsibility for carry out actions against Paul Biya and the occupation and against the propaganda for whole Nations Cup championship for inside a land of war. When I declared a war, Ambazonians, all the people them, for the great state of Fako, all Ambazonian citizens them, for Bota, for Victoria, for Biya, for Mutengene, for Tiko, for Yoke, all we cut una cafe. We cut una cafe. We cut una cafe. Una do well. Una do well. Una don't send a powerful message. The one the way that they do intelligence, una do very well. The forces them, una do very well. Collective effort, as we talk say collective effort, una dey see am no? Collective effort. Now in that, now collective effort that, Paul Biya don't hear message. Who call this morning time? He don't hear message. So the people for Bota, una cafe day up. People for Victoria, now una don't hear 12. We thank una plenty. We say una thank you for the good work. Kudos for the people of Victoria. Kudos to the people of Bota, the people of Biya. Una good work. The people of for the great state of Fako, we thank una plenty. Collective effort. Today, una don't take action. So say for Ambazonia, we continue for Ambazonia. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, today, for that side for the Ambazonia Defense Forces headquarters, for Alabukam. Now them that, they don't corner la République du Cameroun. They chase la République du Cameroun, their armor car. The boys them, they say now what it is. They climb on top back tipper. I mean pickup. The boys, the soldiers climb on top back pickup with their AK them. They shoot. La République du Cameroun. Now so they run with their ngongoro them. That their pickup truck them. Now so La République they run. They run. Run where La République run. Run. They run. It no end for day. They not only run. Today so, would you also hear say, when I be sabi say La République du Cameroun, they be don't go create their own small army camp for Alabu camp too, so that then they feed the monitor the movement of the big ADF fighters them. They feed the monitor their movement. So they go create their own small military base for Alabu camp. Now way as ADF they overcompromise them. Today so they don't come out. They don't pack all their bags. They pack all Cameroon military. They don't pack all the bags. They jack your hand for up. They don't run Alabu camp. La République Army don't pack the bags. Come out for Alabu camp. They say they too much. They don't fit stand up. They think say with the launching of the stabilization force, they think say go over bad for them. They think say ADF if he can't kill all that soldier them for one attack. Now way La République Army today they don't carry all their bags. They pack out of Alabu camp. Then so they from Amazonia. La République Army 2 years today. We hear say their army camp where they be put on for Mbatu. We hear say they don't pack out. Cameroon don't lost the war. Now it don't pack out of bases. It lost the war, they pack out. So this one, it bring me for place where Amazonia day. As we talk say this strategy for a war of independence, the strategy over fine, the strategy where Amazonia they take action for all over the territory, for beat La République du Cameroun, beat them. The strategy they work fine. I get the call we yesterday. One of an Amazonia will be the work for the La République du Cameroun intelligence, or which I call as secret service. It be the work for their military intelligence headquarters for the colonial state for Yaoundé. He worked for them for 12 years. He get a lot of experience. He called yesterday for a country where when Paul Biya declared this war, he talks, if not the direction this way Cameroon government they go, the army they go, there for this thing. He run it. He there for some country. He called yesterday. He said, PS, I want to tell you something. I said, bro, you don't throw away a man for almost 6 months. You know what I call, what did it happen? I said, me, I know say, even if I don't hear from you, but I know say when you call me, you always get good news for me. Because you know say I be person for good news. He said, yes. He said, I know say I want to give you news. I said, of course, me, I know you know. I know say you don't still will talk. We'll talk now since last year for summertime. Now winter, 6 months later. So what today? He said, I want to tell you something. I said, what did it go on? He said, Siam, you know that action will happen for, you know that massacre where Cameroon military go carry him out for Mautu? I say, yes. He said, my brother, I want to tell you something. He said, Cameroon government, he not get strategy. The army, they not get the strategy. The government never ever create a strategy for them for fight this war. He said, they just send them so. They just send them. They send the police, they send the gendarmes, they send the army, they send the bee. He said they go so far in Amazonia. They not get a strategy about how to fight this war and how they go win this war. He said, wait till you see him, it happen for Amazonia. Now the frustration of a military where they send them for ground, for go fight war. They don't know why they did it. They don't know the war where they fight them. They don't know what they get for achieve them. You know the La République Army, Police and Gendarme and B. Paul Biya send them for Amazonia. Most of them don't even know why they did it. They don't know what they do for Amazonia. They don't know what they get for accomplish for Amazonia. And they don't know the end game of what they go achieve them at the end of all of these things. They don't know. So we see, you see what did happen for Amazonia. Now people them now a military where it be totally frustrated because there is no purpose why they did it. And a lot of them now, they discover, say, a lot of the instructions where they give them, it not make sense. Because plan not be there about the war. How they fit fight Amazonia, and how they go know say they win the war. Plan not there. So you get the B that they receive different instruction. The army, they receive different instruction. Gendarme, that they receive different instruction. Police, that they receive different instruction. And all these instruction them, someone that they clash with each other. Now we tell me, say, my brother, he say, you see a lot of those massacres where they happen. Now out of the frustration of a purposeless army, where they send them for go fight war. Now the frustration. So now the army, then now that they carry this, their frustration. And they give them different instruction. He says, so sometimes this thing that it happen. I say that the consequences then that when you get an idiot like Paul Biya, and he talks in one fight, a people will be claims in a part of the country. He said that the frustration that. He said, but wait till I want to really tell you. Now say, big problem there for Cameroun army. It's a palaver day between the B them and the army. Big palaver day. The B, they don't like the army they don't like the B. Those two, they need to get along. And so it be very difficult for them now where they even they inside war for collaborate or for fight together. They need to get along. The army, they feel say, because the B, they consider the B like Cameroun special forces, they get preferential treatment than the army. Now the army, the vex. So the center cannot hold. Things fall apart. Now this man, where they call it, say, Papa Cardinal Tumi, the big man for Catholic Church, for the whole of the colonial state, and even for Amazonia, Papa Cardinal Tumi. When I know say na Paul Biya, now one of Paul Biya a best friend than this. Now in this, Cardinal Tumi, now he don't stand for fight for Paul Biya, for try for help Paul Biya, for try for talk about, for cover up for Paul Biya, for try for do some kind thing them on behalf of Paul Biya, for save Paul Biya and save Cameroun. Since 2016, Cardinal Tumi don't do all small kind thing them for save Paul Biya, a government, and save Cameroun, so that Cameroun will continue to get Amazonia as part of their country where they claim it. Just for 2019, Cardinal Tumi he tried to create a conference where they call and say the All Anglophone Conference, where one organizer for on behalf of Paul Biya, for so that the fifth help for move the agenda for independence for the discussion. It can't fail. Tumi now be very frustrated. He be very frustrated with his best friend Paul Biya. Cardinal Tumi be very frustrated. The killings for Amazonia, it don't make Tumi, he lost trust and he lost faith for his best friend Paul Biya. Tumi, 3 weeks ago, the interviewee for German newspaper, Cardinal Tumi, he talked for the German newspaper. He called make Paul Biya resign. He said Paul Biya don't too old. Paul Biya not feel reason again. This matter between Amazonia and Cameroun, it be beyond what Paul Biya if he handle him. He said Paul Biya a reasoning capacity. Paul Biya not get the will for govern or for lead a nation, and the crisis, the war, it don't be more than Paul Biya, which Paul Biya if he handle him. This one 3 weeks ago. Tumi called for Paul Biya for a German newspaper, make Paul Biya resign. 3 weeks after, this morning we want woke up. Now Cardinal Tumi that, you know the corner anymore, make Paul Biya resign. Cardinal Tumi, it call for Cameroun army, for the Cameroun military, make they use power They move Paul Biya for power. Una hear? This one, it come now from Paul Biya, his best friend. Paul Biya, best friend. Christian Cardinal Tumi, it call on the Cameroun military. He said, make the carry gun. They move Paul Biya for power. Now Tumi the call. Why Tumi the call? Make the move Paul Biya for power. Tumi talk say, Paul Biya not fit solve the problem. And the more this war continue, the more and more people they go be massacred. More and more people they go be killed. And enough of it go on, people enough of it die just because make Paul Biya stay for power. People enough of it die just because Paul Biya wants stay for power. To me say because of that, enough it cover an eye. They see plenty people that die for Amazonia because of Paul Biya. Because Paul Biya declare war. Enough it cover an eye anymore. So that's why now it don't come for you for the logical conclusion. Say they not fit move Paul Biya for power politically. They not fit force Paul Biya may resign. Now to me say the best answer, the best solution for Cameroon, the best solution now for the Cameroon military for carry their gun, go move Paul Biya for power by force. Because of the failure of leadership. Because of the killings. Why? As will be warned the Amazonian people them. Political chaos. It go happen for Cameroon. If Paul Biya a best friend, Cardinal Tumi, if he call now, make the military, he use na gun for move Paul Biya for power. That one they tell you how far the state it don't collapse. That one they tell you say Cameroon not get institutions anymore. Their parliament be useless. Their senate be useless. That is message that way to me they talk. To me they tell the world say the institutions, the colonial institutions, they not get the capacity for solve the problems within Cameroon. Because the whole state, it don't be built now on one person. So you get their parliament be useless, their senate be useless, their courts, they be useless. So to me don't come for the conclusion, say, until the military, it move Paul Biya for power, the entire Cameroon, it go collapse. So he talks, say, if the military now get the only chance for do it to be right, for move Paul, for use their guns them, move Paul Biya for power. Because if they not do one, the entire Cameroon go fail. This one, it be consistent with what we don't always analyze them for the Amazonian people. Say the Amazonian War of Independence, the Amazonian strategy, it go cause political chaos for inside La République du Cameroun. It go weaken Cameroon politically, and it go cause factions between amongst them. When I see now, Paul Biya his own best friend, it woke up now, it public. Cardinal Tumi, he don't publicly denounce his own best friend. He don't denounce Paul Biya. This one at the beginning, this. The citizens of La République du Cameroun, when they get high-ranking people them, would they be very close to the dictator. They see the brutality, they see the killings, they see the destructions. We don't tell una say na a matter of time. They go start to rise up. They go start to speak out. They go start to go against Paul Biya. Paul Biya's own closest friends, closest social ally. Now the man this way the help for bring all the churches for try for save Paul Biya. Now it publicly denounce Paul Biya. Cardinal Tumi don't wash your hand. Say me and Paul Biya, friends, will not be friends again. So they ask Cardinal Tumi, say, Paul Tumi, you be man of God. You be person who talks, you respect the rule of law. How now? A whole man of God like you, the big man of God for the whole of the colonial state. Now you again, you can't talk, say, make the use not gone. Papa Tumi, how this one? He can't, you know, think say, you know, stand fine. A man of God, you say, make the use not gone. Why they not use the law and the constitution? Now we talk, say, Cameroun, law no day. He say, Paul Biya na law. Paul Biya na the constitution. Paul Biya na the power. Now when they actually say, so now only the military, if you do that kind of work, he say yes. For place where Cameroun day, and how far the country don't scatter, not only the military, it be the only thing we remain, we if you move Paul Biya for power. Now to me talk this one. Today. Now Oga Papa to me talk this one. My fellow Amazonians, there's no more Cameroun. According to Tumi, not enough is safe Cameroun. The country be totally divided from inside. You get the Betibulu axis, you got the North axis, you got the Sawa people them, the Douala people them, and then you get the side for come to the Bamileke side. There is not enough you hold that country anymore together because of the Amazonian strategy. The aim, the purpose of our strategy, now for cause this internal chaos within Cameroon, for everything for collapse. So would the win bigly? Would the win as Vela Franklin the talker? Fadly. This one a big win in this. A big victory this for we. It is show say they say our strategy. It be very effective. In a matter of time. For other mamidem for inside La République du Cameroon. In a matter of time. For other people within La République du Cameroon. They go start for rise up. For ask their own people them. Not be only the military. But now also for them for rise up. For take back their own country. This one are just the beginning. So wait till this one. It live with the Amazonian people then. It tell now how far we don't come as a people. It tell now how far we don't come in terms of our strategy. For weakening Cameroon. For defeat them for Amazonia. And then for weakening Cameroon within Cameroon. We don't achieve those things. We don't weaken Cameroon within Cameroon. And we don't defeat them inside Amazonia. So, the fact say Paul Biya they try to do this small thing. For say one can't stage Nations Cup championship for Amazonia. It don't mean anything. It don't mean anything. If you give them small flash headlines. But in terms of the overall strategy for Ground Zero. It don't mean anything. It don't mean anything. Just like they can hold their parliamentary election. Just like they talk say the one can hold their regional election. Will not see mean anything. These events now all na stage. Na small drama for just for give headlines. In terms of substance, they mean zero. The world knows. You know so na small flash na just small flash. Cameroon don't be defeated for Amazonia. The only thing we remain for Cameroon, for Amazonia, not only the armor car. Not just the armor car and the army. So while our forces, they do the best with the feed do them, with the circumstances where they face them, for stop African Nation Cup Championship, while our population they do the best with the feed do them, for disrupt them. But that championship itself, it not really mean much. It not really mean much. For say the games they even take place. It not mean much. And they still cancel the fact say Amazonia don't defeat Cameroon. It not cancel them. So we not get hope on the strategy. We did for a very beautiful place. Collaboration amongst our forces them for ground. It be very strong. Our forces for FACO, and the sister forces them for Fako, they work hand to hand. They don't carry 3 operations, joint missions together just over the last 1 week. What forces the message of collaboration? It takes shape for ground zero. What forces they don't get better understanding. And Fako be in a very hostile area amongst the forces. So for we for reach to a place where the forces they don't collaborate and carry out joint operations, joint missions, not really good thing. It will show you how the stabilization plan will take place in terms of bringing the forces together, uniting the forces for a common purpose. Now, really good news this. With the increase our capacity, and one thank the commander for Fako, Captain Small Pikin, and the brigade, and we want thank the sister forces them for Mountain Lions for this good understanding where they don't get them, for this working together where they don't get them. We want thank them, and we want congratulate the commander for Mountain Lions. We want congratulate them, and we want encourage them. Say Ambazonian people they there for their back. May they continue for work together for the liberation of Ambazonia. It be very good for all we, and it make that block be very strong. We'll be very happy. So the commander for Mountain Lions and Captain Small Pikin of the Ambazonia Defense Forces will continue. We're gonna also all the other genuine groups who they did for the blocks of Fako. All the genuine groups, we will not say that genuine groups, we will collaborate with them. We will work together. We will defend each other. We will protect each other. We will liberate the block. And we will move Ambazonia forward. So, na very good news this for all we. For the last 1 week, they don't carry out 3 joint operations together. Very encouraging. Very encouraging. Now the power this of good communication, now the power this of good leadership, now the power this when you preach love over hate, when you preach collaboration over division, when you preach unity over infighting, now the power of this. And we encourage all other blocks them. Now the same thing, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, they are good relationship where they don't build them with the forces of Grandpa for Bali. Now the same thing, same relationship for them for work hand in hand. Same. And we want salute Grandpa for Bali. For the way he don't stand up as a leader, as a commander. For no say they say the more they work together, the safer all them will be for protect each other, back up each other, share intelligence, and then feel stronger together. They feel stronger together. And that relationship will pay off. Because as when I hear from Grandpa a video, it call on all other forces. You know, I want to take this opportunity for thank Grandpa. And we go be here for Grandpa because Grandpa don't show say the spirit of Ambazonia. It be higher than the spirit of any hate, any division, or any intoxication. At the end of the day, now the love of Ambazonia now go win over any other thing. At the end of the day, now the spirit of Ambazonia, the true spirit of who will be as Ambazonian people then, it go win over anything else. It go win over anything else. That's why we preach with love. We preach with unity. We preach with oneness. Because we know say at the end of the day, now the thing that go win what people then. Because now the spirit that way they inside what people then. We want also take this time for call upon the forces of TTA. Say we call on what forces them, the big general for Momo, General Sumanguru for see what if he do for help the forces of the TTA. For see what if he do for improve the relationship between the Ambazonia Defense Forces for the great state of Momo and the forces of the TTA. For say they work together. So Pa General Sumanguru, Grandpa Devo, if you know say the forces, commando forces, they need small team. We not help them with them. Now for make that block make it strong. The more forces them for the various states, they work together, the more it will be easier for flush La République du Cameroun out of all the 13 states of Amazonia. And so far, we'll be very impressed with what did happen for Ground Zero in terms of the call for collaboration and forces them for work together. Would you see say the incidents for infighting not reduce? Would you see say all those fake audio the way they be make them don't reduce? Would you see say very positive energy there for Ground Zero? Would you see say positive things that they come up from Ground Zero? We'll be very happy. Say the forces they need to take instructions anymore from people there that intoxicate them. I would think say ACN it don't do a lot for push positive energy for Ground Zero. We see say the ACN TV when at the TV for all the forces them for Amazonia. We see say they do a lot for educate fighters, for help, for change the narrative for Ground Zero, for inspire fighters, encourage fighters, and all the forces them. Now the same thing one talk about Commander Okoro. You know, Commander Okoro forces them for the great block of Santa. Now the same thing. We want also honor una for the great work we do and for the Ambazonian people them. We want honor una for the strength we una the project and for that block. We also call on all una for work hand to hand with the Ambazonia Defense Forces on a block. For work hand to hand with the other defense forces them for on a block. We need for move fast. La République be weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker every day. They be weak. They be weak. So one small coordinated action, when two brigades, units them, this group and that group, they come together with the ADF for a specific block. They fit take down La République du Cameroun police with there for that block. They fit take down La République du Cameroun gendarme with there for that block. They fit take down La République du Cameroun army come with there for that block. Very easy. But the forces, they need for build this trust and then coordinate the effort them together. It be very easy for we for do them. If we come together as a people, our forces they come together, in the next 3 months, we will end La République du Cameroun occupation of Amazonia. We will do them. Very easy. Just imagine the joy we will be for Amazonian people, their heart. For since the TTA and the Ambazonia Defense Forces, they come together, they go carry out one big action and dismantle a colonial military terrorist post. Now how sweet that news go be? Very sweet news. Now the spirit is, it be possible. It be very possible. Imagine say grandpa for Bali, he forces, and ADF forces them. They go target a colonial military post, police post or gendarme post. They dismantle them, chase all the terrorists them out, and then they burn them. Make video showing. Till they don't chase all the terrorists them out. Now gendarme station this, they don't burn them down completely. How sweet that news go be for all now? It go be a very sweet news. And you know how it go feel for inside. Now the spirit that. Imagine say the ADF forces for Eyimojok and the Ambazonian Ghost Warriors and the Anaconda. Imagine say they come together. they go dismantle the army post for Imojo. It go be very sweet news. You see, it be very possible. So it require all we for keep on encouraging the forces, for keep on making sure that we give them what they need, and then the Ambazonian Defense Forces, they continue for provide the leadership and the inspiration. Because a lot of what we do here, a lot of our advocacy for here, it drop off on other forces. When they can't see how ADF they treat their forces, they also want better treatment from the people where they handle them. When they see ADF they provide guns, it inspire them for ask whoever they under for provide them guns. When they see ADF soldier, they give them clothes. It go inspire them, say, why would I need to give we too close? It make all we better. It make Ambazonian better. Now, a very positive thing. Now, a beautiful thing. So, we go continue for advocate for all the forces. We go continue for speak on behalf of all the forces. ACN. Now, a voice for all the forces them for ground zero. Regardless of who you fight under, regardless of who you think it sponsor you, ACN. Now the voice for all the forces. Because ACN now Ambazonian Liberation Television. That means say now for year we advocate for all the forces and all the movements. All the movements. The people for SCNC, ACN now una voice. SCNC, ACN now una voice. The people for consortium, now una place this ACN, now una voice. ACN a voice for the refugees. ACN a the voice for the prisoners. Now all money voice. Now television where it reflect the hopes, the dreams, the aspiration, and all what the Ambazonian people that they ask for. Now they are placed this. For all what mami them, when I buy them, sell them, now for yeah, we will take them, we promote them, market them, and talk about what they go through. For all our business people them, now for yeah, we are picking them for school, now for yeah. All our communities, ACN, now on our television. So for any community where you did it, anything where you want to make a report of as what did happen for our community, una send me the video, una feel send me the audio. You feel make a news report, you go for una quarter, military become there, you say today, are the reports on from this and this and this and this community, for this and this and this state, for Ambazonia. Today, na number 14 day, today, for around 10 o'clock or morning time, we see 2 army motor to the campus for here. Now we want reach 2 hours later, we hear say army, they don't go kill this person for there, they burn this house for here, with the report so for here, they still they never go. You take them, you send them for PSSO. We'll go take them, we'll cover your name, may they know, we'll cover your name. If you even give we your fake name, we'll cover them, and then we can broadcast them, make Ambazonia know what did happen for all across Ambazonian communities. If also some good thing happen for our community, let's say some NGO, some charity organization come for our community, they can't do operations, them doctor they come there, they help picking them, some woman born. Una also more than only send a bad news. Una also send good news. Now what will be the good thing will happen for communities? What will be the good news? Some person don't do some good thing for community. Una don't see them. What will be the good news? The community don't come together, it clean the community. What will be the good news? HCN are the voice for all our people there. So, in conclusion, I want to tell when I say for place where we dey for the best place we would ever be for the last 4 years. The best place. Diplomatically, we're there for the best place. In terms of self-defense, we're there for the best place. We're there for the best place. Cameroun don't lose the war for Ambazonia. Now, only 1 or 2 things we need for doing for end this war and get Cameroun out of our land. They work no over plenty, but they require more Ambazonians then for we for do what they give for the results. Una don't overhear about the stabilization force. And now una dey wait for Siam. By the way, excuse me. Yesterday, plenty people that send me message for night. They say, PS, you this way. If you make money hard, just cut saute. They say, why you not show we all the video yesterday? Now I say, but why you want me to show you all the video yesterday? They say, PS, why you not show that video or no? Why you only show that video for 1 second? I say, you just, now some big brother of America, I say, PS, chai, you make that video, I just see that small video for 1 second. He say, PS, my heart sweet saute. He say, I watch that small place. I watch him. So I take picture. I look and I say, chai, ADF. So now the thing this way they come. I say, big brother, I never see nothing. So, when I live up, when a general can't give una force. When a general can't give una force. Una force they come. But I know say for this social media generation, people don't get patience. Anybody want something? No. Give it to me. Nah. Give me something. Give me nana so. People that tell me say PS. You give people too much hypertension. Now some boy tell me say PS, what you do for we yesterday? I said, what you do am no? He say PS, you just small that's more teasing. He say they like you meet us on girl, you don't overlike it, and then you expect say finally something go happen between the two of you, and then when I don't come out, una waka, chop small sweet, then una story, una laugh, and then when I go reach for corner their house, una don't hide. When I don't hide, so for corner their house, and I don't hide. And then when I want just try for kiss, and then when you think say go can't kiss you, and they just can't touch you now for corner your jaw. And they tell you good night. Where you expect forget flames. You expect make fire catch your skin. And then the person just can't touch you for corner jump. Good night. Anyways, so we'll continue for be very committed. Make we continue for be very positive. I get one good thing I want to show all now. When I give me a moment, make a show now. I like for do things them. We like for do things make all man is see what it happen. When I give me a moment here. I get really good news for all now. I got very good news for all now. I just give you a moment here. Might just play some more music while might just play some more music before as I
all my G's in Bengui about different punchlines.
As I bring the picture for now.
A Jongzo and a more universal rapper.
AJ on track.
Namsina no anuru bango no obasa na pombe ne kama miracle buchini ma rap zakachini mo raska menemo angwa amabere nangaton akabere anyi chup tere kona indon tikirani life is strong alive na ton baton menemo awo wene bere kap wole wene kabere awo wene kana no chube wene kakere binga saka mo baka chini mo waga mafete mabana cha mo kumu binga kam ina backup ma jam baba sanga no de ma hankop mo nuru fe kata le black boost mo rapi nanta de gimbe ne ngam kane me para ke mo ma zomo ngane mo eka krebe non kam nganta ka beti ta manyenye mero chamsila bana weta ngama benga yini ngama nampa anga all be rap ne ka for mo jogo basa ambu mitingu tini mo wukuru isingu ngom mbano ira bazira ndine ba ngom no ira bazira ndizam ngama zama buke bazira ndine ke bagani ngam mo wakanjiro bo raba ngama benga woni ngaba ngama zama buke benga uza kwara ve shoto ne beg zama za obi the next bama woni the next move prende the crest ba tabu chom tuo chom giru chom fe chom sima bagani ay mo pone to joga abanu ngru ye mo pone te beru chom menemo moy ngom na sat kenano When I'm a pigeon, bazoo, Listen, I'm a fucker when I don't mind. When I work up possible to say I've been a strong man. You wanna know why I don't believe in a woman. No need I'm buying guys, car been and the man, eh? Don't be to be frank, you be grand at the follow for your back, no say give I'm a rank. If you be colonel, I've been a jidang. If not for marathon, I know say me I dem a dang. Thanks to the rubber boy, you still walk up a grand. That guy with the those on my trunk for the man. I'm a made for the walla abapa, I'm from Gola, go bolo, or I do for any turn and a badola. If time palaba, then I will bring matter. I the rock at the sing when I clap my mother. It's my era, man, no sabi best rapper. I've been to the party, cause me say me a smooth banger. Why other issues, that's how we are talk. We all find somewhere, please stay here, choppers. I win take an audition, they give me a condition, they I work a fine job, they say my involved. Me I never leave mark, me I never leave scar, me I never sing song with men that I pass car. Now small small, I'm a town superstar. Win all the guy they for part like Topo. Me I been a Joe, I been a old school, I they go school. Sometimes I then I go smooth and I need something for good smooth, so that my flow go smooth. Copy to feel me, eh? I get rhyme scheme and a fine thing when I thank me, invite me for your party. I go rap to tell you, go dash me a cocky. Minimum. Man, I plan to it and it's strong now. Let me give you something in English. Mazua. I hustle for breakfast, lunch, and supper. My family, great grandsons and daughters, co-bachelors, widows, and even the orphans for the sick, poor people in my village, and the others for the deaf, for the dumb, and the blind, and the physically disabled who can't feel my rap in one way or the other. Minimum. Yeah, it's the fucker. Salute to all rappers worldwide. A big shout out to Black Jan Records, Sponsor Music, all my G's in Bengui, Abakwa, Kumba.
So, which I be the final for can show now. Now, when I sabisi over the last 1 week, I don't really focus my effort for make sure say as they generally prepare for can launch on a stabilization force. The best thing we don't ever happen for Ambazonian people them. The best thing way it go ever happen for we in terms of for moving forward. We also want to make sure say they say the soldiers they get a lot of bullets for make sure say as they carry actions them may not be an actual they go carry action just now one time. We want to make our soldier they be out that they carry actions on a consistent basis. So we launched this operation 10,000 bullets. And when Asabi say last week, one of our brother, we did for some country for Africa, no one named that country. When Asabi say he can send 5 money for 500 bullets. I take the picture for that money. I show una for outside here. He send that money. The people for the finance department, they go pick that money. They take a picture. They say, PS, we don't go for bank. We don't go take that money where that brother sent out for 500 bullets. All right? That's a lot of money. So, now this brother, as the massacre for Mautu, it happened. Say the Cameroon colonial army, he enter inside our town of Mautu and he go kill 10 Ambazonians. He go commit this massacre. That our brother again, that same brother for that country for Africa. He called me, say, PS, I had the vex. I said, bro, now wait again now. He said, PS, I had the vex. He said, I know if he believes, say, they go commit another massacre again for Ambazonia. I said, my brother, that the thing is what people don't experience since 1961. He said, PS, on behalf of those people, they don't kill them. On behalf of our people that they go through, which they go through for Mao too. On behalf of those people, I know we live and make their die. It go in vain. He said, PS, I want to send another 500 bullets. I say, eh? He said, yes. He said, PS, I want to make the forces they get that 10,000 bullets. I want to make they teach Cameroun a lesson. Now wait today so. I don't get so another message. I want to put on here for screen for now, but the system need to allow me. But when I allow me, make I do the same thing with Gary people that they do. Now in this, if I see him, if I see him, that I will put the picture for all when I today. Now the money that now our brother again, he don't go send money today. The people for the financial department, he don't send the money for people for financial department. He don't go send money, not be for 500 bullets. Oh. He send money for 600 bullets. 600. He don't send money for 600 bullets today because he had done vex for waiting Cameroon army. He don't do it for Ambazonian people and for Mautu. He don't send 600 bullets, 1,200 US dollars. Just today, within 1 week, one brother for a country for Africa, he don't send money for 1,100 bullets. One person. One. The calls. Another brother yesterday, that brother will be telling when I say we talk, he be call me before I come live. If another ambassador can visit it, they just put $300. They sent him for last night. The brother for France, he sent his own. So we want to thank Ambazonians for this call for Operation 10,000 Bullets. And I want specifically thank our brother for that country, for Africa. We send you love and we send you blessings. On behalf of all our forces and for ground, on behalf of the Ambazonian people then, I want to tell you thank you. While Mami for America, with Iman, where they send 250 bullets, I want to tell you thank you. While brother we send 125 bullets, I want to tell you thank you. The brother yesterday we sent 30 bullets, I want to tell you thank you. The other brother we sent 50 bullets, I want to tell you thank you for this call for Operation 10,000 Bullets. We thank you plenty. Make we achieve this goal for 10,000 bullets. The forces, they go take La Republic of Cameroun from one barrack to the next. From one barrack to the next. Make I conclude by calling every single person who will watch me today. On Facebook, we know say thousands or more, a million or so, that they watch on Ground Zero on ACN. But for this my new Facebook platform, we want to watch. We are there right now on about 261 right now we want to watch. For this new Facebook platform. 261. When I reach out directly to me, when I get my phone number, message me for WhatsApp, make any man buy a bullet. When I send money for una bullets. The things and way they don't put them for ground in terms of for shake La Republic du Cameroun is plenty. Una forces they go be outside for start the real work for Ambazonia. ADF get enough guns. The plan for the take the big action them for the storm police station, gendarme station, the army camp, that plan is there. Not beside the reveal and for now. We must take La Republic du Cameroun out of Ambazonia. And so now big actions then where they go require a lot of firepower. We want when soldier they go, they bleed La Republic du Cameroun until the last one. So may any man be excited. Make us stand for defend the land for our collective freedom and our collective independence. So I count on every single person with the watch. I go to reach out for all winner. I go to follow una comments. I go to wait for una WhatsApp message. Any place where you did, whether you did that for Ground Zero, contact me. We go tell you how you go send your money for the bullets. Operation 10,000. All right? Now the talk is for today. As always, we love una plenty. Oh, before I go, I want to remind all the forces them for ground. Say the stabilization force. Now a force for all the defense groups and for ground. I want to make this clarity. The stabilization force where the ADF already built up. Some person they call from Ground Zero. Make I take. Oh, I don't miss the call. The stabilization force where ADF don't build up. Now a force for all the defense groups and for Ground Zero. No matter which group you define under. The stabilization force is stand for give back up. For protect all the groups and for down. Any group where they under attack. You know, say the stabilization force, it go come for defend you as an Ambazonian defense group. Any group, no matter who you they under, if you they under attack, and the stabilization force it dey within your block. Even if they dey na 3 hours away, the stabilization force, it go reach your place where you dey for can protect you and for can defend you. It go be na the mother force for the entire ground zero. I want just make this clarity and send this message out for all the forces them for ground zero. May they get a confidence. Say finally there is a force where if you give them backup, if you protect them, if you stand and if you block them, for make sure say La Republique du Cameroun, no matter how small they be, if they dey under Cameroun invasion, the stabilization force it go intervene on their behalf, chase Cameroun out and protect our forces them for make our forces they feel powerful and secure. All right. Now we will be this as a people. Now the reason this will be fight and for make sure say all the forces them they live for see the benefits of this independence where they fight and they sacrifice for. Now the essence of leadership this, the purpose for leadership and for make sure say for benefit all man for the collective good of the Amazonian people then and the stabilization force. Now that force within for the collective good of all the fighters them and the defense forces them for ground zero. All right. I thank you plenty. As always, we love you now. When I get a good night, when I get a very beautiful night, may God keep you safe and may God continue for protect you. I will wait for all man, the contribution and the donations and the commitment for the stabilization force. All right. When I get a good night.